Welcome back to another episode of Yoh and The Hooligans, the podcast where pop culture comes alive and that shit. I don't know. I don't have a proper intro for this show. And we're doing it for about almost 2 years. Anyway, today we're just gonna have a random conversation and see where it takes us. Something a little bit different. Joining me today is my banana-loving friend John Boy,
Hi, I guess.
Mr. Bork himself, Luca.
Hello. Woof.
My my lovely girlfriend Alice.
I'm dead inside.
Waiting this for some. And our other Nord loving friend, Mr. Wolf. So just putting out there, what have you guys been up to lately? You know, like that you can say that wouldn't be too private. No, just in general.
Trying not to murder my parents. The usual.
That's okay. Like, what have you been watching on TV or Netflix or like anime wise?
Squid Games for the third
Yeah,
time.
Squid Game is good.
I
Again.
love how everyone knew about this before. I still don't know what that show is about.
You should watch it. It's like really fucked up but funny.
How is it funny?
Because fuck you, that's why I like fucked up things.
So, Luca,
It's-
Johnny, have you heard of Squid Games?
I have not.
No.
No.
It's a new Netflix show and it's kind of taken the world by storm. It's on track to be one of, if not the most popular show of all time. And it's a South Korean made series, and the basic gist of it is like there are these bunch of people who are in debt, and they're told of this place where they can kind of win money to pay off their debt. And all they have to do is play some children's games.
That sounds very deceiving.
Oh yeah, because there's a catch. If you lose the game, you die.
Oh,
It's one of those.
Yeah.
One of those
Yeah,
shows.
Yeah, but it's very like it is very very good. It
I
is
know.
so you said a children's game, right? So what
Yeah.
about a children's card game?
Oh, the Shadow Game.
Do it, yeah, do it.
Jerry,
Mother-
if you lose the duel, you lose your soul.
Perfect.
Draw your last pathetic card so I could end.
Now that's all I can imagine now. If they made a Japanese version, they would so have some fucking card game.
Technically, there is a Japanese version called Alice in Borderland, which I need to watch.
I might check that out now. But I can just imagine like a Japanese version of like this a Japanese their version of Squid Game, and it's just what are we doing? Oh, you gotta play Yu-Gi-Oh! And like, wait, what? Yeah, if you die, you go. If you lose, you go to the Shadow Realm. No, you die. This is some 4-kid shit. No, my childhood literally was like, what? When I found out the Shadow Realm was fake. 4 kids made it up.
See, no,
good.
that actually could be explained. So in the original manga, the Shadow Realm is actually hell. The
Yeah.
CW4 kids only censored that because they didn't want young kids to know about hell so early in their lives.
What's so
Just like in
stupid
Dragon
about?
Ball, they called it HFIL.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But what's so stupid about all that? Like they censored so much kids anime when they came over to the West, like Dragon Ball and stuff, and One Piece and like all that. Think about guns and stuff. When in like Disney movies, they showed guns and cigarettes without any issue.
Oh yeah.
So I don't get like what, but like focus is like, oh, we need to take guns off Marines. Like, what the fuck did the Marines use in One Piece then? Like they
I mean,
look like
4Kids
what?
Yeah, 4Kids censored a lot of stuff for like no real good reason. Like I remember they changed a lot of signs and stuff. A lot
Yeah,
of
they.
symbols, all that for like no apparent reason. I have no idea why.
I heard with like with One Piece, they didn't actually want to buy One Piece. They were just buying a lot of stuff, like a lot of anime in bulk, and One Piece happened to be in that deal.
Well, didn't the same voice actor for Sonic also voice Usopp?
Oh my god, I think it was. Holy shit.
Really?
He was
Are
very
talking like
strange.
That-
Luffy, we
English
got
or
Yo,
He was like
that's
Jet the Hawk before Jet the Hawk was a thing.
Luffy, we gotta get the Chaos Emeralds to defeat the end. No, but like, looking back, like, and I don't want to sound biased because it's my favorite anime, but Shaman King was one of the animes that, like, 4Kids changed things because, of course, they did. But, like, they kept it aimed at, like, the older kid audience it was supposed to be for. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, yeah, they
Yeah.
changed name, they took out some religious stuff as much as they could get away with that it wouldn't affect the plot. Because shaman is a religion, so they have to kind of keep the shaman part of Shaman King.
El Shaman.
Yeah. But Love or Hate 4Kids, their openings were fucking amazing.
I have a quick
Mhm.
question. It's
Yeah?
it's a joke. If you're okay with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Shaman, sorry, my voice cracked. If Shaman made a toiletries brand, would it be Shaman Ultra Strong? Shaman Ultra Strong. Sorry. I started cracking up before I even made the flipping joke.
It's fine. That was a good one, though. But, no, but, like,
I don't know if you can hear me clapping right now, but
yeah, we can hear
Maybe
it.
they're clapping.
But,
This is terrible.
but like, I think where 4Kids really did drop the ball, besides One Piece, was they never finished dubbing Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or 5Ds.
mm,
And apparently they still have the rights to them.
Rip.
so if they wanted to, they could just hop into that right now.
Yeah. And, like, playing Duel Links, most of the GX and 5Ds cast is back.
Wow.
So far in when my playthrough, I haven't got everybody. The only voice actor I've encountered from GX who didn't come back was Blair. But they got her first appearance voice actors rather than the second, which is weird.
speaking
But
of
it's
Duel,
yeah.
speaking of Duel Links, has anyone been on Duel Links as of recently with the whole Arc V going on?
Yeah. Before we get into that, I just want to specify we are recording this in
Not
October
in this
1st.
group, but once a person in our community, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I
true,
haven't.
true.
I haven't played the Arc 5 stuff. I just want to put that out there in case people are like, oh, but Arc 5's like a few months old. Yeah, we're recording this in October. Just putting it out there. But yeah, no, I haven't played the Arc 5 stuff yet. Mainly because I never got into Arc 5.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here in the call has, but I know some people in our community have, like some of our friends.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, I don't know what it was about Arc 5. I tried to watch it. Pendulum summoning is always confusing to me, and it still is.
And to
It's
be fair, like
simple.
pendulum summoning isn't quite that good of a mechanic right now, just because of some of the limitations
Yeah.
That in general or just in Duel Links?
in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I just don't like it, and I wasn't a big fan of Yuya as a protagonist.
For Duel Links, it's to me, in my opinion, it's not a good idea to pendulum summon in Duel Links at all. Cause
Oh, you only have 3 monster zones. It's kind of
yeah,
bad. And no,
yeah,
I with the pendulums, I think they did add the pendulum zone, so you technically do have another spell trap zone, but still, like,
my thing about it is like, because when I first started playing Duel Links, which was when it first came out, I've always been on and off with the game. But my thing about it has always been like, oh, they should do the 5.
what?
I said, they should do the 5 for 5 mat later on, right? Which
Oh, definitely,
now,
they definitely should.
which now with pendulum summons being a thing, you know, they don't do that, and it's kind of irritating because I've done pendulum summons.
Yeah.
To me, it's not good due to the fact you lose 2 spaces on the mat, and you only got 1 space to really work with. You know?
Yeah, I don't see it being. I see them. They probably change stuff around for Duel Links. But going back to Arc 5, Yuya was a character I never really liked. I don't know. I know he wasn't a bad character. I just kind of found him annoying. And this is coming from somebody who liked Yuma.
Really, you
Eh.
liked Yuma?
I liked Yuma. Honest to God, he's not my favorite protagonist, but I feel a lot of this shit against him is unwarranted. Like a lot of the criticism, like, oh, he gets help from Astral, but so does Yugi and the Pharaoh. It's kind of the same thing to me. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, that is true.
And yeah,
Plus, like,
yeah,
I was gonna say, it didn't
Literally.
help his face that his 4 kids actor was super annoying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like that, and then I heard the Duel Links one. Oh my god, it's much worse.
Yeah, the Duel Links is a little worse.
It's like
It's-
I don't like his Duel. I got used to Yuma's voice in the dub, but I hate the Duel Links one. But it's like I don't think that I don't like what I do like about Yuma, and again, like he's not my favorite protagonist, but I think like him being bad at the game, I think makes sense in terms of being the protagonist of a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, because you learn with him. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things will always be synchros.
Oh yeah, I like
Even
Yeah, synchros
like
fun.
even when I had watched 5D, it's like you say he knew a lot about him, but it was like they really taught it to the audience, including like 5Ds they don't, which I feel is bull. But in the show and the manga, they really taught it to the people, and I actually found it to be better. And plus, 5Ds took the whole thing away with this protagonist has this specific entity, and he's able to do these things, which is basically cheating in the game, excluding Yuma, which yada yada. Yusei does not get any help from any extraterrestrial.
The only thing Yusei gets is a typical Yu-Gi-Oh! I played the I win card. Wait, what? Yeah, the I win card. Fuck you.
Isn't that basically just how modern Yu-Gi-Oh is now?
Yes.
Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not letting your opponent have a turn.
Exactly.
Exactly, that's the I win card.
But like what I love about 5Ds though, 5Ds has the stupidest core concept of car games on motorcycles, but tells the most mature storyline in the entire franchise to date.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
That will always be funny for me. Car games on motorcycles.
It's like the Shadow the Hedgehog series of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. It's so edgy.
Like when everything is like guns and bikes. It's like the shadow of the Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm all of me. What would your favorite? I have 2 more questions about Yu-Gi-Oh! What would your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! series be? So we'll go around the room. So, that's what would your favorite be?
Favorite show or
Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! like characters or like favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! series, basically.
I don't know.
And-
I only watched the original, so
Okay, fair enough. So you're Yugi Moto Girl then. Yugi or the Pharaoh? Pick one.
Pharaoh. Fight me.
that was pretty easy. Johnny.
I watched the most of what I watched was Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, but I did watch a few episodes of the original. But I think just in terms of between the two, I think Zexal was more of my favorite, just because I really was like the whole numbered monsters and exceed monsters was really what got me into the game in the first place.
Fair enough. Yeah. Wolfie, what about
And
you?
just I freaking loved all the different like
sorry.
exceed monsters and all that. I loved Shark with all the sharks.
My
And
favorite
for
was
some
Kite.
reason, like Kai was pretty cool. Like Illuminite was really nice.
I
But
like
for
Kite.
some reason, what was I gonna say? And it's funny because like he has number cards, but like it's not even his main boss monster like Galaxy Eyes is.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a Galaxy deck IOL actually.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that being said, I think one of the decks that stuck out most to me was either the second or third episode where Yuma had to fight against his teacher, and he had like a crash bug deck, which I thought was
Oh
pretty cool.
yeah, that was
Oh,
fun. I remember that. What would your favorite series be, Wolfie? Of the Yu-Gi-Ohs?
Favorite series, due to the fact I've literally seen every single one because I don't have a life.
Wait, are you including sevens in that?
I've literally seen all the anime, and I don't. I had to force myself to sit through Arc V because that
couple ones. I was like,
Yeah,
what about that new one, Sevens? What's that like? Have you watched that?
I haven't heard so much about it. I don't even think the first episode came out, if I remember.
It's only
But I
subbed.
have-
It is no dub yet.
Okay, then I gotta hop on board then and see what that one's about.
So
But
what would your favorite be?
Huh?
What would your favorite overall be though out of the 6 that are currently?
my overall would have to be again 5Ds because
Fair enough. Fair enough.
it really took an opposite turn to the rest of those series. But in terms of favorite character, it'd have to be Kaiba or Yusei or Jaden to
Fair
be
enough.
specific.
Yeah. Well, going back to Johnny for a minute. Johnny, what was your favorite character? Because I never asked you that. I'm sorry.
Ooh. Good question. Like in terms of like the duelist,
Just overall favorite character.
overall favorite. I don't know. Truth be told, I don't really know. I guess I really liked Astral a lot.
Yeah, I like Astral too.
I liked how like, sassy he was with Yuma, except when he was not being sassy. Like it was
Yeah.
just him saying things that like Yuma was like, dude, stop.
No, Yuma, stop being a dumbass. Why?
Yeah,
What did I
pretty
do? Yuma, you played a level 1-star monster with 100 attack points in attack mode. Yeah, what's your point? It has 2,000 in defense. Ow!
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny because like in the beginning, Yuma was like very stubborn, but like I didn't watch a lot of it, but I do know that like their relationship does like get better over time, and like they trust on each other a lot, which I thought was
Yeah,
pretty
and
nice.
it's one of the reasons I keep watching, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Uh,
like I saw like an analysis on like the final duel between like Yuma and Nash, which was like, holy crap, this really
Yeah.
goes in depth.
Yeah, that was actually one of the very heartwarming duels that actually happened in the series.
I have yet to
Yeah.
see that because I have yet to finish Zexel, but I can't. I've literally avoided Spiders Fat Duel on
Just,
purpose. So
I will say this for the final episode, be ready because it's nothing bad. It's just heartwarming because of what happens though.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
do.
heartwarming.
I do know Toei does confess to Yuma, and I just find it funny that Yuma and Toei are Yuma's the only Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist to canonically get the goal, and that's funny to me.
That is funny. But didn't the cat girl also try to confess to him at some point? But he
I
was
think-
like,
Yes.
I think so, but I think
yeah, like
Toei makes
in their first duel too. And then
Yeah.
like Yuma was like, I played this monster, and it's like he doesn't even let her finish her sentence.
yeah. But anyway,
That was-
going back onto
that was
the
funny.
yeah, Luca, what would your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series be if you've seen any?
My favorite would have to be the one with the pharaoh. I've
Yeah.
only seen the two of them, just like Jean has, which is the one with the pharaoh, and then the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Okay.
But my favorite, for one very specific reason, Joey Wheeler.
Brooklyn Rage.
My favorite character. My voice cracked again. Jesus Christ. Favorite character. I freaking love it. Like both, even the English and the Japanese, the voice is still great for both. I love it.
For the Pharaoh or Joey? You gonna-
Joey.
Joey. Yeah, I got it, Tristan. My,
No one messes with the Joey.
I'm the godfather of games. I love that movie. But my favorite would have to be GX, solely because I love. For some reason, as a kid, I always gravitated towards the easygoing anime characters. But what I love about GX, though, is the fact that it starts off so slice of lifey, and slowly over time it gets more and more dark. And I think that's one of the great things about GX.
I actually liked where that dude in the beginning of the series, hey, he tried to bring back the shadow games in GX.
Yeah, that dude, yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Titan was it, I think. But I joked with Alice before saying Jaden is a typical high schooler. He starts off as a freshman, wide-eyed and wondrous, then leaves as a depressed senior.
I mean, but like To be fair, though, with what happened with you, Bell,
Oh
like,
God,
you
yeah,
can't
no,
really blame
he
him.
understandably gets the like. You understand why he's the way he is now. But I just love the character arc, like, of going from easygoing, wide-eyed kid to this very quiet, very kind of shutting character that he became. I need to watch season 4 or
Jaden?
something. Yeah,
Didn't he go through like some depression or something?
yeah.
Yes.
Season 3 is probably one of my favorite Yuga seasons, but it's so dark and it hurts so much because of what happens. I won't spoil it. But
They have
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger elephant.
Jesse, do I do an attack now? It's so why? Why do the Crystal Beasts have celebrity impressions? I don't understand.
I freaking love the crystal elephant. It was so good.
No, like they're supposed to be in the context of GX some of the most powerful monsters in the game. They just give them such
Baby Jesse.
summon me in attack. Okay. Now again, I'll go around the room and I'll ask everyone if you play because we're gonna keep on. But what Euro decks do you play IRL? So Alice, like, know yours, but just say it to the audience so they know.
I'm almost finished my drawing, but I play the vampire deck, which
Yeah.
means fuck you, yo.
Oh,
So like Vampire's Domain and all that stuff.
Da-da.
Oh yeah, I'll try if you can send me a picture of that, I can put it on the screen when at the timestamp.
Okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna put this in full screen.
Yeah, hold on, just got a timestamp. Okay, so about 20 minutes in, that's fine.
Hold on. There, you can probably see
Ooh.
it better.
Yeah, no, but I need to. Can you take a picture of that for me later on, like?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, like the house on the screen.
Yes.
No,
But
no, you're not allowed to see that face.
so Johnny, what do you play, IOL?
For Yu-Gi-Oh or what?
Yeah, and for Yu-Gi-Oh, like even with Nexus, like is what I meant by IOL. That's a chance.
Yeah, if I had a chance to really like play IRL, I would go for a Utopia deck would be my main, and I might secondary like a Dark Magician deck.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And what do you play on Nexus? I know you play Nexus, so what do you play on Nexus?
Just been playing mostly Utopia.
Good.
You know, I did ask that. I did mention that to you in DMs, yo. I forgot about that. I hate myself for forgetting that. With the whole
What do you play, Wolfie?
IRL, I play my elemental heroes with my blue eyes and magicians. I think I have. Nexus, it's blue eyes, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, which is now added, Cyber Dragons, Drag Unity, Silence, which is the Silent Swordsman and Silent Magician, and Six Samurai.
I heard someone on our community said this the other day that Cyber Dragons got nerfed in Duel Links. How bad was this nerf? How bad? I don't know how bad it was, but oh. And it was Luca. What do you play?
I haven't actually been able to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but if I were to make a deck, I really, really, really want to make a Mech Lord deck because I used to have Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was a very young kid, but then I sold them all. And I had this one was like Mech Lord Army of Weasel. That was the card. It's like 1800 attack, and I had like a Mech Lord Time Bomb, and I had some other things like limiter removal. It's like I didn't have a good deck by any means. My decks were all very terrible, but I would love to make a Mech Lord deck, and if not, then a Six Samurai deck.
Well, where is your DMs, my good sir?
What's on, Johnny?
Do you want to know the two cards that I had that I wish I kept?
What?
Solemn Judgment and the Tyrant Neptune.
Oh, not Solemn Judgment. Oh, ooh. That's like I think because you sold it. Ooh, oovy.
Yeah, but that was a time where it was like we did not want Yu-Gi-Oh anymore because Yu-Gi-Oh was of the devil.
Can I just say one thing real quickly?
Well, go on. Yeah, go ahead.
Wolf went straight to my DMs.
Oh yes, I did. Oh yes, I did.
Samurai was like broken for a while. I think Gateway
I
in the
think
6 is probably the most broken
I-
part of that deck.
I think 6 still is broken a bit.
They're
yeah.
semi-broken.
But,
It honestly depends on how you're trying to run them.
yeah. I play hero deck mixture of E heroes, Vision heroes, Mask heroes, etc. etc. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm hoping to build a Galaxy deck, like a Photon deck, basically. And I have dabbled with that in Duel Links. Me and Alice spent many gems trying to get Galaxy Eyes. Oh, so many gems. So many. I got it eventually, but so many gems.
Sorry, dude.
You know,
No, it's fine. I didn't spend, I didn't put in real money, thank God, but it was just like, not the way like there's a, you know the way in Duel Links there's like a certain number of cards in a box, like. We got to the last pack in that box, and that's where the Galaxy Eyes was.
you know,
Nice.
I felt that pain when I was
Yeah.
and I'm still trying to get all the cards for Elemental Heroes and Neos. It's
Uh,
not fun.
I am happy with the hero deck I have in Duel Links and IOL, so I'm good. But yeah,
I just have my Elemental Heroes everywhere. Like that's the one deck I will stay using for some odd reason, and that's not including Blue Eyes.
the only reason I started using Elemental Heroes was because, again, like, Jaden was my favorite character, so I wanted to make a deck like his. And then I went to Comic-Con in Dublin one year, because we have one in Dublin here. Now, it's not to the same scale as San Diego, where it's like big panels and everything. It's a smaller affair, I just call it Dublin Comic-Con. And they have like a little kind of tabletop section where you come to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or tabletop games or whatever. And one of the guys running the Yu-Gi-Oh! Section, he used to play Heroes. So when conventions were a thing, he was helping me out make my deck. So since conventions haven't been a thing in 2 years, I haven't got a chance to see him.
Dang.
So part of me can't wait to show him, like when cons open again, he does go back to show him like, hey, I did this without any help. What should I lose? What should I take away? You know what I mean? Like, what should I add? What should I keep? Because he did really help me out a lot, and so I do like, and he's a very nice guy.
If you want, I can take a look at it.
I can show you. I can send you a screenshot later on if you want, like, to see all my cards and stuff.
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, I have it on Nexus. So I can just probably do that. It'd be easier. We should play. We actually should play Nexus sometime for the game channel. That'd be fun.
That would be fun indeed.
I would have to learn the whole game.
I can
Well,
help you.
This
I
is not
can
even
help you.
to move away from Yu-Gi-Oh. This is the first time doing something like this, so I don't know where to move the conversation to.
I can just think of something because I know the first question that you asked. Well, one of the first questions you asked is like what we've been doing this week. I never really got to answer that, but
Oh, sorry. Go on. Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. No worries. No worries. We got to have a nice conversation about Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, so that was good. I've just been playing. When I'm in my free time, I've just been playing a crap ton of Pokemon Unite.
Oh my god.
You and my friend Shakur, I swear.
I barely touched it, to be honest. I played a little bit.
I seriously, I was playing it so hard, and like not so hard. Sorry, that's really weird trying to say. I was playing it so much, trying so hard. Flipping, I was playing ranked, and ranked is goddamn brutal. I was in Ultra for a very long time because you would expect that Masterclass players would play really well, but like for people in Masters, of course there's many that play really well, but of course there's the few that's like I'm in Masterclass now, I don't need to worry about it anymore. So the best teammates I've ever had is in people who have been trying to get into Masters like me. But 2 days before the update, the new update where it was released on mobile, 2 days prior, I flippin' did it. I became a Masterclass Lucario. And in those 2 days, I flipping just grinded in the game as much as I could after that 7-win streak to become a master. Became rank 140 in the world as Lucario. So yeah, so I was very, very happy.
Yay.
I know you get the Lucario ears for your avatar as well. You were super excited
Yeah,
about that.
it was so freaking hard too. I had to find friends that I could play with. But yeah, I love the
But
ears.
I hope that what Pokemon do you hope they add? Alice, I'm going to ask you because I know you're going to say Mimikyu.
Me cute. Me cute.
I need.
Me,
I want.
me,
I want. I want them to add
Mimikyu.
Weavile. I want them to add Weavile.
I would love for them to add rather like Blaziken or Sizor.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Eyes
That'd
would
be
be
very.
good.
Speaking of Saito, did you see the new evolution Saito got for Legends of Arceus?
I freaking would love to play Legends of Arceus. I have.
Yeah.
I'm saving up money to buy it.
Oh, it looks so. It's like, is it like the game we went in Zelda? Can we copy your homework? Okay, fine. Pokemon, let's change it. Change it a little bit so it doesn't look like you completely copied. Okay. Like Legends of Arceus is Pokemon Breath of the Wild. Every new
Yep.
trailer that comes out, that's all me and Alice say. It's Pokemon Breath of the Wild. It's Pokemon Breath of the Wild because it is.
Imagine if it's also like there's a sub game where it's like waifu simulator with certain Pokemon.
Yes.
I mean, they allow you to pet Pokemon in XY, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll probably have some of that. I hope to God they don't add like a dating sim, even though they technically could
Yes.
now.
Yes. Dating sim. Yes.
Pokemon dating sim.
Yeah, like
It would-
Wait, are you
canonically,
dating
canon.
the trainers
that
or the
would be
Pokemon?
legit. But
I think Luca's saying Pokemon. Luca, I have a question. Is that
Yes.
because we did a D&D campaign where you played Lucario and you got with a pink Lucario?
Yeah. I mean, I got. I would freaking love if they had a dating simulator, especially since, like, well, of course, in that D&D campaign that we all played together, I got with Pink Lucaria,
Yeah,
so that was
Lunara.
really good. Yep.
Like that was a fun campaign, and that's probably like a topic we can go on to because for most of us that was our first campaign.
It really was, yeah. For me, it was the
Yeah.
good first campaign I've been a part of,
Same
and
here, same here.
for like 2 months, whenever I saw Lunala, I would say Lunara because of Lunara from the Pink Lucaria from the campaign. It was so hard because I was so attached to the character.
I remember when I played a dwarf, like I was kind of easygoing and like I didn't give a shit about anything. Like I did give a shit about people, but like I kind of didn't give a shit about myself. I was kind of like hey, like I remember in the first session, I went up to the goddess. Alice, what was she the goddess of again? Goddess of what?
chaos.
Of chaos.
Thank you. I went up to her and went, hey baby. And I remember she picked me up and yeeted me into a wall.
Like, hey
Hey,
there,
you
hot
deserved
mama.
it.
I did.
Just like get all that Johnny Bravo voice, like, hey there, hot mama.
Oh, I love that.
But what I also found really funny was that it was the 5 of us playing and one other person. Well, there was 2 other people, but one of them had to leave due to scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
But there was mainly 6 of us that played through the whole game. That's counting Alice now as DM. And we all got love interest. And I'll just say this. Every player in this call was a simp.
Hey.
Okay, no, I wouldn't use the word simp. What would be the better word
You're
to use?
whipped.
Actually? Okay, yeah.
I was desperate, okay? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I didn't.
I didn't even want to get in a relationship at first. I was like, nah, I don't got time for this.
and then slowly over time your character did fall.
Mhm.
Well, it's because nobody else would.
When my character was love at first sight with the barmaid, and then, oh yeah, she used to date the bad guy! Ah!
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot
Don't
about
know.
that plot point.
I
But
miss Tamaro.
I don't!
I do. I miss doing his voice and like being like all suave and like fuck you.
Oh yeah, like for context, the campaign went on for over a year.
And Alice was the DM.
Yeah, we finished. What was it? I think it was May.
Yes.
Around April, May, we finished. Oh yeah, I rem- I
Yeah.
remember like
It
when
was the
Alice told me
flipping
like the
best dang
last
campaign
session
I
was coming.
ever
Because
been
we
part of.
Genius doesn't
I
strike twice.
flipping loved it.
no, when you told me the last session was coming up, because I kind of knew it was because we just defeated Domaro, but then I think Luca and Johnny, I think you two had to go somewhere. So we said we'll do the epilogue the next session.
Hmm.
And I remember I went to Alex like, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video like detail, kind of like summarizing the whole campaign. So I use word of content into a 3-minute song and edit it all in 1 week.
Wow.
But I loved how it came out.
It
And
honestly is one of my favorite videos that you've made. I freaking love that one
it's
too.
probably my
I
favorite video.
still listen to that song.
It's one of my favorite videos I made, and for because I moved to the song. For context, the song I used was an English cover of Black Club was starting to ending beautiful. Check out that song if you haven't. But so this will be like again I'll go around the room just so everyone gets a chance to chime in. What was your experience second with it being your first campaign? Really, so Alice, like as a DM.
Liked it. It's just hard to do all this shit.
Yeah, like we did help with plot points for our characters if we had an idea. Like we did
Yeah,
come.
but like trying to like fucking like
Oh, for
it
the
be
most part, you did it yourself, like.
yeah, like trying to remember like what the fuck was happening and then be like, oh yeah.
No, but you did a good job. I never felt like you were lost with the story, so it felt perfect to me. You know.
Technically I did, and then I was like, fuck it, we're going back in time.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You gotta go back in time. Johnny, what was your experience of being your first campaign? Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
What do you guys need?
And like what? Like
An answer from you, dum dum.
How
I'm
was
sorry, I
the?
was watching on how Birdley was telling everyone, no, you're not a gamer.
How would you describe your first D&D campaign? Basically, the one we did. The one we did. How would you describe like the first one?
Oh, what if I had a D&D campaign before this?
No. Like, how would you describe the one we did? Like, because that was your first campaign.
Oh, in some sense, it was almost like the Murphy's Law, where anything that could go wrong would go wrong.
Did that's actually a good way to describe it.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I should be offended or impressed. I
Yes.
choose
I
both.
mean, a little bit of both. I mean, that's sort of what you would expect from a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
But even still, it was like, wow.
Like
And
you
I
all.
like.
Is that on?
So I was gonna say we've all found different ways to screw up somehow, which I thought was kind of funny.
Like,
We also,
sorry,
yeah.
on. Sorry.
No, I think
Sorry.
that's all that I wanted to say.
Like I was gonna say was like you only get that one person in each campaign where it's like the DM's like inside you see an old chest. The chest gives off an eerie feel. Boy, let's open it.
Or someone would be
pretty
like,
much.
can I fuck the barmaid? You
No.
fucked her last night, but I want to do it again.
The dragon this dragon's actually a hydra. The more heads you cut, when you cut off its head, it grows 2 more. Well, there's only one thing for this: cut off more heads. Well,
Like,
how
I
would
think, I think one of the biggest highlight moments for me was the time where like I almost survived like stealthing out a mind flayer, and then at the very last second I roll a nat 1. I live by like 3. I live by like 3 HP, and then somehow rolls a nat 1, and I survive because of it.
the big whip moment?
It was
Wow.
like it was
I
both
remember
bad
that.
luck on both our ends, which ended up being good luck on my end. And I think
Mm.
another instance was like when I almost accidentally killed Lunala.
Lunara, yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
almost accidentally?
Yeah, like I was a few HP away from like insta killing her, and I was like, "Oh shoot," because I was trying to stop her from taking on Darmaro on her own, and the only way I could do that was to incapacitate her. But I may have done it a little too hard.
I
A lot of
remember
characters try to do it. To be fair, I think we all did that at one point. We all tried to kind of do now all by ourselves. We all tried to take them on.
that.
Wolfie, how would you describe the campaign?
When I first joined, which I'm a little upset at myself because it was in the middle of the campaign.
Oh, like you were still a great asset to it, like, you know.
I mean, yeah, but it was like I do wish I joined when it started. I do wish that, but like obviously I came in TS so later in the year.
Late,
But,
yeah, you did.
But to me, the best to describe it was very confusing, and I had no idea what to do. I felt like a kid.
That's how
What do
I
you
felt.
mean
About it.
So
confusing?
much happened.
But
Hey, tell me what was confusing. I'm curious.
Okay, so remember when you guys gave me the rundown to catch me up to speed on the story?
yes.
And I paused for a good 5 minutes before we started. That was me having a meltdown of what did I miss?
You
and
asked,
what just
you
happened?
asked for a recap. We gave you a novel.
Yeah, like you guys gave me a whole novel to read in under 5 minutes. And I'm like, how do I fathom this?
Okay, so with 5 heroes we never met before, and then
Because like you're like, oh, does that make sense? I'm like,
What would
Yeah.
you name if you had to name the campaign? What would you name it?
the madhouse.
It's
Wow,
If it's
You know
I
what?
was running it, it's I was going to be insane.
pain and
That's-
suffering.
I feel like the name. I mean, for the campaign we did,
yeah, we
Yeah.
have to give it a name.
Yeah.
I feel like the most obvious name for that would be Champions of Chaos.
yeah, that's a really good name. That's a really
I
good
am
name.
the
right there.
chaos. Yeah, or the god,
But-
or the champions of the goddess, because that's what we wore.
If I
Or like
had
the Goddess
to,
of Chaos.
if I had to go back and do something over, I probably would have nerfed like 90% of your shit.
What we were already nerfed enough.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
think
love
You fucking OP.
I love how she says that, and then you got me who has still no idea how to use the abilities. I'm like, I'm not even OP like everyone else is.
Like I
Luke-
willingly.
Yeah, you kept missing. You kept missing all of your attacks because you kept forgetting. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to add +10 to hit modifier.
I swear.
It's like,
that
how
was-
is he constantly rolling so slow? He's so low. He's a monk. And then found out.
It was like I think it was like 2 sessions later.
But
Yeah.
Luca, how would you
Anything
describe the
that,
campaign?
like
What's that,
halfway,
Darryl?
or like right before the last battle, I even volunteered to like nerf my special ability by half.
Yeah, it was just your special ability was just like holy bejesus kind of strong, you know?
It was like way too much damage dealing. I almost one shot Darnmaru a few times.
Before the final battle, I just remember everything but the final battle. Before I say that, I want to ask Luca, how did you feel about the campaign?
Campaign was if I were to summarize it up into one word, emotional. It
Oh,
was
definitely.
very
Oh,
emotional.
100%. Like
It was
I-
it was the most flippin' epic thing ever though. Like, yeah.
I feel like the most emotional thing came from the backstories. Mainly
Absolutely.
because like the backstories were like way taller them and then told Alice and we kind of bounced off, like we all kind of bounced off Alice from there. But we didn't tell each other until the actual backstory came to be. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I like that. I like that kind of like we had that experience of helping Alice do the writing, but also kind of like we didn't tell anybody else the backstory. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
only you knew my backstory and vice versa.
Hey,
The only
there's
time we
another
actually
one.
told each
Yay! Show us.
Hang
yeah.
on.
The time's up again. 40 minutes. Well, that's nice.
I'm getting
Is that an apple?
An apple.
There's an apple. It's
Yeah.
nice.
So don't forget to send me a picture later on so I can timestamp it.
I know. I just wanted to show you.
But one thing I remember about the final camp, the final battle, was a few treaties in particular. One I remember
Taking a break
practically.
from painting for a minute.
I remember practically being honest. Can we use the Might Use song from My Hero Academia, like the slow
Mhm.
version of USA1, to use in the final battle? Because I just felt that would suit, and she did, thankfully. But then I remember Domo killing me, but since my character was part Phoenix, I came back to life, and I literally said, "Bitch, you can't kill a fucking Phoenix."
I
But
That
would
was beautiful right there.
scared.
one thing I always remember though was how hyped we got when Luca landed that final blow.
I'm gonna be severely honest here. Sure, the roles were legit, but I didn't have any more time, and I wanted to see the end of Danmaru, so the damage was not legit.
Fine, no, like we were running out
The
of
roles
we
were
were running
real,
out of
though.
time.
We snuffed the final hit.
But
Yeah.
like
Like,
we were running out of time though, so it wouldn't make
Yeah.
sense. Just like Luca doesn't attack, we leave it there. Then for like let's say it was my turn next, and then I roll and beat him in that at the very start
oh,
of the
bitch. I'm sorry to tell you this, but if we did the final move legitimately, it would have gone on for like probably another 2 rounds.
Oh god.
Yeah,
But
because
like, I just I think we were also getting kind of like as much as we enjoyed it, we were getting a bit fatigued. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
No,
got
not in a
some-
bad way, Alice. Not in a bad way. Just because.
When did you run a campaign? Like, oh shit. I had
No,
both
but speaking of
boobies and emotions, and then come back to me.
but speaking of D&D, we are planning.
Fuck the emotions. I just need the titties.
No, but speaking of D&D though, we are planning on doing another podcast type show, but we tell D&D stories. So look out for that in the future whenever we
Which
get
means
that.
there's a 99% chance I'm gonna be DM again.
Well, it's only one shot though. Well,
Still counts.
it'd be a one shot for the pilot.
Still fucking counts.
I know,
Until
but
until I'm flipping free enough to make a Pokemon themed campaign.
yeah.
Oh
But,
I should
yeah,
have never shared my
Well,
story that
that's-
I played in a D&D campaign with my friends because now some of my friends in college want me to DM.
Oh.
Oh,
The only DM I had for Alice was no, I just doing a kind of like a 2-session practice game at one of Alice's old managers from our old job.
ugh.
Yeah, we don't think that guy's kind of a prick.
Mm.
But
Oh.
I
yeah,
still
no,
remember my character from that though.
I don't.
You were a dwarf who was her. Well, he was like a slave. She bought him and then she freed him. And then he was like, I'm going to be your little bodyguard because I love you.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But I do have another I have 2 characters in mind now that I want to use for upcoming campaigns that we are doing.
I have
So,
sorry.
yeah. No, you guys know Archibald because we used him for the Christmas one shot that our friend did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
I love the Christmas one shot.
Yeah, and then I have another character.
laughing at that.
I fucking
I-
decapitated.
I
fucking
wasn't there for
grandma.
the. I remember I was really sick, so I wasn't able to make the second half of that. But my
You
other
missed out on
character,
the second half.
yeah, my other character, I'm coming up with. Now I'm writing a story, and it's female, but for the campaigns, I'll gender swap it. Basically, they are the offspring of a demon and an angel.
Sounds very interesting.
So a Nephilim.
A
Not
what?
necessarily. Like I'm kind
I
of
think
made
that's
my,
the actual race of what it's called. Yeah.
yeah. But I just kind of like I didn't know about Nephiums for one, but I also just kind of made up my own lore. But like she's the only one in this kind of world that she's from in the story, and people refer to her as the Grey Angel because so she has angel wings, but they're grey.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Grey Angel. So yeah,
And if anyone is wondering, like, I'm just saying, like, I'm in a campaign right now, and I'm so fucking sad. We're on the last session, and it's even worse. Like, we won't be able to play tomorrow because someone can't attend, and I have a job interview tomorrow.
good
Uh,
luck with that. We will post updates if she gets it or not in probably the next episode.
Oh yeah.
And
Good job getting that interview.
so the character here, if I remember, I'll show Yo and he can fucking post a
Timestamp,
picture.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Where but you'll see it on the little screen if I bother to give it to you because I usually forget. She's an elf, and she you know what's funny? Like my DM was like, "Hey, we're gonna do like Dark Sun, and here's all the characters that you can play as, but you can't play as like these races because like they're supposed to be extinct, right?" So I was like,
Oh,
"Okay."
that makes sense.
I was like, "Okay, I want to be an elf. Okay, I want to be a prostitute. Wait, what? Yeah, I want to be a prostitute. What kind of prostitute? I want to be a whore, but at the same time, I want this whore to be a virgin. How the fuck does that work?" She, yeah,
Magic.
she's whore.
I love
She
John's
has.
reaction.
I just looked at. I was just like, she's a whore. She has more than one hole. Okay,
Oh
fair
my
enough.
god.
And
You never told me that story.
Ooh.
and then when we were writing the backstory, I wrote her backstory, and he was like, "Okay, so what's her like motive and all that?" I was like, "Oh well, she's like the typical orphan, like rogue, orphaned at a young age, raised in a brothel, and then when she was like young, she was attacked, and that,
Mhm.
and."
A word we can't say on YouTube.
No, I didn't even want to say it anyway because I don't like saying the word. But let's just say she was attacked, and she now she wants revenge, and she kind of got revenge. But at the same time, my DM said he's still fucking alive, so I want to murder him. And during the campaign, we went into like a dungeon, right? It was like one of the first dungeons we went into. Because we have to save like these things called primordials, right? I forget which one. No, it was no, it wasn't. Was the water one first? I don't know who the fuck we saved first, but I know we saw like a sexy water primordial that had big boobs. Everything had big boobs because we were a bunch of perverts, and we saw this like little closet in in a little cell, and he's like a little pervert as well, and like no one trusted him, and like no one wanted to take him with us. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I technically helped build this when I was alive." And I was like, "Oh my god, you're so cute. I'm gonna put you in between my
Oh,
titties."
this is Glimmick. I know Glimmick.
I fucking love Glimmick. And then like my character's name is Ellie, and she's gotten got really attached to Glimmick. Like yeah, she loved the other party members as well, but like even now she feels like she's kind of like an outcast compared to all them. Like she only sees Glimmick as someone who actually gives a shit about her, even though he says he fucking hates her. And then
He's
like
a
much
Stundaway.
yes, well that was because he's technically incapable of feeling or receiving love because he's a closet. And then I remember in the dungeon where we had to save like this the I'm just gonna say the fucking giant turtle, right? And oh, what was it? We found this black pool, like a black well, right? And if you drink out of it, you can receive an information of what you want, but you lose memories, right? It's like an exchange thing. So she wanted to know where her attacker was. So she drank the water and she forgot her entire party members except for
Oh,
Glimmick,
Oh,
right?
okay.
that sucks.
So there was like a huge argument where she was very untrusting of the party, and then when they left the dungeon for a bit to like recover and like get more supplies, and she they can't the she wakes up the next morning like snuggled up against an owlbear at a festival because she said it was fluffy, so she wanted to sleep on it, and she remembered everything. And when she looked down, she saw that Glimmick was gone. Because apparently we also had found out that Glimmick uh, was a part of they're like the sorcerer kings they like committed like mass genocide across like multiple races. And Glimmick was the brother of like the most powerful sorcerer king. And like the Sorcerer King ended up I think he ended up killing them, and that's how he became Quasar because of his sins. And I remember she finds him again in the dungeon, and he's like a poor little frog with no face because he can like turn into like a centipede, a frog, a bat, and like his normal Quasar form. So technically, she has a reptile in between her tits at all times, and she like he did it to give back her memory, and they were able to bring him to like kind of like hell-ish. Well, it's called the Abyss, and they were able to get like his personality back, but it was like none of his memories from his past life. And when we beat the Dragon of Tyr, which was the boss before oh my god, that boss was so fucking cool though. Well, it wasn't really a boss. We went into like the inside of the tower, and we found like this like crystal thing, and I was the one that picked it up, and because like Ellie wanted to like try and figure out how to get Glimmick's memories back, like it's like just to get his like no, it's not to get his memories back. She wanted him to become mortal again because in her head she thinks like he deserves to be happy and all that. And then like I remember my DM just like tells me, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" Like he says in some DMs, "Hey, can you do me a favor, Walk? What's your wisdom like proficiency? +1?" Oh, and he shows me the roll right for a wisdom saving throw. It was a nat fucking 1,
Oh dear.
right?
Damn.
So like my character starts hearing like these whispers and shit, right? Also, before I continue, like my character's cursed with this thing called the rot, where she sometimes pukes up maggots, and we're currently on the way to murder the god of the worm god, Kairos, because he's a threat.
Yay.
Anyway, yeah, no more
Murder.
maggot puking for poor Ellie. And so like she starts like hearing voices, and it's like asking her what's her truest desire. So I had to tell my DM what he said. Now I need you to
Be
be
honest.
very be on. Here, I'll actually pull up the fucking thing. Give me like 2 minutes.
Don't take too
Is-
long because I think we're running past an hour.
I
Yeah.
know, I just like talking. I'm so sorry.
Is it far back? Because if it's far
No,
back,
it's
then
not that far back. Um, let's see. If I can't find it in like the next minute, I'm just gonna fucking give up.
yeah,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
Here it
the
is.
next
So he shows me the D20. It's like a 1+1, so I got a 2 out of all of it. And he asked me, why should you destroy the orb? It is power like like none of you have ever known. Power like none of you have ever known. You can strip the curse from your soul. You can save the world from the terror of Kairos. You can save the world from itself. You can rule this world, but they are in your way. Before you say or do anything, uh, I'm going to give you a moment to think, a moment to decide your next answer. What enters Ellie's mind at this train of thought? What does she see? What does she think of first and all as she truly realizes she's in the cusp of godhood, right?
hmm
So I literally just said, I want Glimmick. I want him to myself. I want to be free and safe. My friends have helped me on this journey and treated me as an infant. Glimmick was the only thing I saw as family. I love Glimmick, right? So you know what the fuck he does? He
Yeah.
fuses our souls together. So technically, Ellie and Glimmick are now the same person.
Oh.
what a twist.
Yeah, and now I was so upset. Like, I started crying because I was like, no, that's not what I want. But I got like
I,
a
I don't want to sound like a dick, but now you know how it feels because you did loads of that stuff to us.
So like I was thinking in the epilogue, I said to my DM like, "Hey, who wants to get fucking shot here?"
I do.
Wow. So I said to my DM like, I know if I survive in the campaign, I want like an epilogue where, pardon me, where I am able to split off Glimmick and make him mortal. So yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I fucking like sniped the Sorcerer King with a bow, and he murdered my bro. He murdered the Chaos Party. I fucking sniped a bitch. I'm
Whip.
so happy with that. Fucking like arrow straight for his brain. Fucking yes, because it was a nat fucking 20. Hallelujah fucking Luya.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's a good place to end because this is just podcast on. But yeah, no, we went for
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's funny. We went from Yu-Gi-Oh to D&D.
Went from Yu-Gi-Oh
Well,
to
you mentioned
Pokemon
that
Unite to
D&D
D&D.
next would
What?
be next session, but I think we already said enough here.
Beep beep.
Yeah, we might talk about D&D more
Perhaps.
because D&D. I think D&D was really fun to talk about, and so was Yu-Gi-Oh. So, but no, this was fun. Tell us if you like this kind of this general rambling on because I enjoyed this. I really did enjoy this. You know, this general rambling on. We should do this more.
Rain and
Absolutely.
tacos.
We
So sorry, I'm
do.
so sorry for taking up the last like 10 minutes or so.
It's fine.
15.
Really good.
Hey,
Johnny,
before we go, who wants to hear about the next character I have planned for the next campaign that we're doing?
Ricky, we
It's
have
it's
to.
it's a girl that got forcibly turned into a fawn via her legs getting cut off, and fawn hooves shoved in instead. And she was nearly forced into a marriage, and she would have been eaten on her wedding night after being fucked by her husband. And now her husband is technically she is still married to him, but she's on the run. So is the others. So yeah,
Save that for the next session.
I've
'cause we do
no,
not have
no,
time.
that's literally just the character summed up. Like we haven't even started yet. So she's a
Yeah,
fucking pawn.
but yeah. So
Yo,
yeah.
I was just saying, yo, please end this.
Yeah,
I hate.
if you don't, I will spit out nonsense, and you
No,
don't want me to spit out
I was going to
nonsense.
end it because they reached our time anyways. There's
I
not
hate
really
all
more.
of you.
There's not much more we can talk about really.
Yes.
But
No one likes me.
we need to wrap
you
up.
have crazy stories. You have great stories. It's just we don't have time right now.
No, I
Yeah.
just wanted to tell you that because
Only
like
the podcast
that's
you
just
humans speak of.
So yeah, we do have more podcasts in the pipeline where they are kind of planned out topics. But we'll probably alternate now in between this and them and them, like podcasts where it's like a random conversation, and then podcasts where it's a more kind of a more focused topic.
All right.
So thank you all for watching. Okay, do you guys want to say your goodbyes?
Bananas.
I'm just tempted to hang up, and that would be my goodbye.
Chocolate.
They wouldn't. That wouldn't get picked up by Craig. They would
Damn it.
that one.
Do
Luca,
like
do you
a
want
Seth
to?
Rogen laugh, just like.
Luca, do you want to say goodbye?
Chocolate. Goodbye.
Okay. Hey guys, watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, subscribe to TSRP Productions, where we post content. We promise to record stuff is coming soon. Do you know how hard animation is? It's so hard.
If you're too lazy to wait for that, there's a
TS League. TS League.
TS League where if I'm in enough pain and suffering, you can watch me do more Resident Evil Village on Village of Shadows mode.
Well, we don't know if you don't more that. We don't know if we don't need more than that because it's going up in November. But anyways, thank
No,
you
but
guys for watching.
I'm saying because like I don't know when I'll be recording it.
Yeah,
It's like,
but we
you
don't
know.
know when this is going up either. So,
Well, they
anyways,
can still go back and point and laugh. So.
anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see you all next time.
All right, you can fuck off now, Craig.